boys and girls, let's practice A-R-E, air. When it's a sight word, we say R. When it's part of a word, we say air, like in care. And actually, do you see silent E on the end? Care is actually a bumper word because silent E reaches over R and makes A say its own name. Air, care. Let's practice it together. Ready? A-R-E, air, in care. Try it one more time with me. Ready? A-R-E, air, in care. Like Jesus cares for the children. All right, let's take a look at the back. And I can see A-R-E, can you? Looks like it's on the end of all these words, except here I see F-U-L, full and beautiful. Let me get my marker. I should have had ready. Sorry about that, boys and girls. So when you're looking at this word, I see S-T, st, air. Put it together and you get stare. Like when you look at something, you stare at it. Air, mare. That's a horse. Goal, air, glare. Now, let's read these words again, and I think you might notice something about them. Stare, mare, glare. Did you notice that they all rhyme? Now, this is a two-beat word. And I want to tell you something about C-O-M at the beginning of a word. C-O-M at the beginning of a word always says come, come. K, at in shovel, come. Now we can read the second beat. P, come, p, air, p, air, pair. Compare, compare. When you compare two things, you're talking about how two things are the same or different. Now this word has the root word care, which we already know, and the word ending full. Careful. If you are full of care, you are a careful person. And this word actually has a word beginning. Do you recognize that one? A says at in a sleep. And there's the root word. What? Air. So let's try the root word and then we'll add the word beginning. What? Air. Where. Now put at in front. Aware. When you are aware of something, that means you know about it. Like are you aware that school will be finished in about 1 month? Did you know that? All right, let's try these two-beat air words. Ready? Do you remember what I told you C-O-M says? Come, compare, careful, and aware. Aware. Good job. Now I'm going to go right to the seat work because I'm going to tell you that today on your seat work, on the back, when you get to the part where you have to add the punctuation at the end and then look for words in the sentence that need capitals, we're going to add a new rule today. So here are our capitalization. Look, there's T-I-O-N, shun. Capitalization rules. The first one we know well. First word in a sentence gets a capital. We know that one really well. The second one is I. Whenever you're talking about yourself, no matter where you put it in the sentence, it's always a capital. And the third rule is names. Sometimes people say proper names. It just means the name of a person or a pet. Okay, they need capitals, like Mrs. Card, Kylie, Claire, and Lily. Okay? Now the new rule today is streets, cities, and provinces need capitals. So if you put the name of a street in a sentence, you have to put a capital on it. If you put the name of a city in a sentence, you have to put a capital on it. And by the way, when you write the name of a street or the name of a city, If there are two words that name that street or city, both words get capital. Okay, so that's a little bit tricky. And then provinces, okay, they need capitals too. Provinces are the big parts that Canada is divided into. So I took my address as an example. So I live on Pole Court. So both Pole and Court need a capital. And the city I live in is St. Thomas. Again, both parts need a capital. And then we all live in the province of Ontario. Okay? So parts of my address need capitals. So let's look at our sentences today. And what I've done, boys and girls, is I didn't do it on your paper, but I did it on mine. All the words that need capitals I underlined just to help you along, because this is a little bit of a tricky exercise. So let's read the sentence together. Ready? Toronto is a city in Ontario. Have you ever been to Toronto before? Of course, we know that the first word in the sentence, now my pen's not going to work. The first word in the sentence has to have a capital. But do you see how they named the province that Toronto is in? So that has to have a capital too. It doesn't matter that it's at the end. Names of streets, cities, and provinces need a capital wherever they are. Now, what would I put at the end of this sentence? An exclamation mark, a question mark, or a period? Am I showing strong feeling when I read it? Am I asking a question? Is there a question word at the front? No. Or am I telling you something? Toronto is a city in Ontario. I'm telling you something, so it gets a period. Let's try this question. Is Calgary, maybe you recognize that name too. Is Calgary a city in Alberta? So we know Calgary's a city because the sentence talks about that. Alberta is a province. It's a big part of Canada. So we know from this sentence, the first word in the sentence gets a capital. The name of the city of Calgary gets a capital. And so does it Alberta because it's the name of a province. Is Calgary a city in Alberta? Can you tell by the tone of my voice what kind of a sentence that is? It went up at the end, so I'm asking a question. Is Calgary a city in Alberta? All right, let's go to the next sentence. Glen, there's a mouse word, road is on fire. I don't think I read that quite right. I don't think you would read that sentence as if you're just telling me. I think that sentence should show strong feeling. There's a big problem. Glen Road is on fire. Now, look at that, boys and girls. This street has two words in its name. So both words have to have a capital. Glen Road. And then when I show strong feeling, I need to put an exclamation mark. Glen Road is on fire. Okay, let's go to sentence number 4. Park. Now this is the word look, scary letters. Avenue. Park Avenue is a busy road. Okay, again, this is the name of a street which has two words in its name. So both words have to have a capital, Park and Avenue. And then I'm just telling you, I'm not asking you, and I'm not showing strong feeling, so all it needs is a period. Last one. Did you know Winnipeg, which is a city, is in Manitoba, which is a province, another big part of Canada? Maybe some of you have visited there. Let me read it again, because that will help you figure out what to put on the end of the sentence. Did you know Winnipeg is in Manitoba? So I've shown you, of course, the first word in the sentence gets a capital. Winnipeg is a city, so it gets a capital too. And so does Manitoba because it's a province. And you can hear in my voice that I'm asking a question because my voice goes up. Did you know Winnipeg is in Manitoba? So I need to put a question mark on it. Okay? So boys and girls, that's that whole section already done. Today you're asking me a question about camels. Ooh, I bet you wonder lots of things about camels. You're doing your word keys, R, or, oo, and oo. And then you're matching the words to make compound words. Okay? Good job, everybody. Bye.